Hi, let's see if we get anybody on. I just did an Instagram live. I really didn't get a lot of people on that. I am just kind of doing these randomly right now, testing out different times. Monday night and Thursday night were working pretty well. I just haven't had a chance to do Monday night Instagram live in a while. Hi, Brandy! I'm excited that you're on. I have two decks. I have Mermaids and I have Fairy Tarot. So I know we just saw each other soon, or recently, but I would be happy to pull a card for you from either or both, since you have me. I don't know how many more people will get on. We'll see. I just want to see if I could find my selenite wand. I had it. And I don't know what happened to it. Maybe I'm not meant to use it right now. Oh wait, I think I'm sitting on it. Yes, I am. That's funny. Okay, so I'm just gonna open up a sacred space. I'm gonna call on my guardian angels and my guides, all the guardian angels and guides, archangels, spirit animals. Okay, great. Yeah, so I'm just gonna call on all the beings of love and light that are here and that are willing to assist at this time, with anybody watching this live or on replay. I feel like my hair and my lighting looks way better on Facebook than it did on Instagram. I don't know why that is, but that's what I'm feeling. Maybe Facebook is more my place. I don't know. Okay, so Brandy, would you like me to pull for what you need to know right now? I hope it didn't freeze because the chat stopped. And maybe we're good. Thank you. Oh, thank you. I needed that. I feel like I'm having a really bad hair day. So, Francine, if you would like a card pull, let me know in the chat. I would be happy to pull a card for you. So, Brandy, I'll just pull what you need to know right now from Mermaids, and then I've also got Fairy Tarot here, so I might even pull one from each. Oh no, my battery's gonna die. Let me plug my phone in. I think that these, okay, great. I think that these lives use up a lot of juice when you do them. Okay, so what does Brandy need to know right now? Mermaids, what does Brandy need to know right now? Okay. So you got simplify your life. I can relate to this. And it says, eliminate clutter from your home and work life to balance the flow of activities. So you could see her there and like, you know, you could see how happy she is, right? There's like this really pretty waterfall. There's a statue in the background. You know, there is activity going on either side of her, but where she is, it's simple, right? So I feel like if there's a way that maybe like, if you could, you know, just like delete extra pictures you don't need from your phone, like files, you know, maybe like, I know you don't have, you're just primarily on your phone. So maybe like looking at, are there things on your phone you could delete? Like, is there stuff in your space? Like, is there stuff you could look through and donate and get rid of? Like, could you reorganize your space in some way? Like, you know, I recently, just on Friday, I donated some stuff, and so it's so funny, like how life works, you know? Yay. Because I scheduled this like pickup. They have, you could, Lupus, they often do pickups right from home. So that's, and you can just go, I think it's like lupus.org. There's also like, I'm drawing a blank if it's it's like a Veterans Association. I don't remember the exact name, but they also do pickups from home. The Salvation Army is a great place to donate as well, but you do have to physically go there. And then just kind of check, like, you know, where are like local places that you could do drop-offs. Sometimes if you just search, like when I used to live in Illinois, there was this really, really amazing thrift shop that would accept donations, and the proceeds would go to the animals, and I love donating there. I kind of miss that sometimes. But anyway, yeah, simplify your life definitely can be helpful. It just like, it helps eliminate like the mind clutter, right? The DAV for the vets. Yeah, Francine, if you know the name, feel free to spell it out because I'm completely drawing a blank. And that's a synchronicity if you know what I'm talking about, so that definitely helps. But yeah, so when I did this donation, it was like this really young guy who came and picked up, you know, and it was really entertaining to watch him like pick up this donation because I was actually donating like a set of curtains and a curtain rod amongst like some other things, and the curtain rod, you know, was like set outside the bag, and he took the curtain rods and was like twirling them like batons. And that just made me laugh so hard. Okay, that's good to know too. Yeah, the animal hospitals, definitely. Very, very good. Yeah. Yeah, so he was like twirling them. Yeah, and it'll make you feel good. It makes you feel like, okay, I'm getting rid of stuff I don't need, so then there's room for more. Hi, Suzanne. Let me know if you'd like me to pull a card for you. Okay, disabledvets.org. I did not know that site, so I will definitely check that out. That sounds like a really great organization to donate to. Yeah, so, you know, this guy, he picked up like these curtain rods I was donating, and then he started twirling the batons, and I'm just like watching this through the window. I started laughing so hard, and you know, it's like one person's trash becomes another person's treasure, right? And like that alone was worth donating. Just like the joy, to see the joy that that brought him and the joy that it brought me. I mean, it's just like, you never know, you know. Granted, then I watched him take my donation bag and like whip it into the truck, and I was like, well, good thing I didn't have anything glass in there. Hi, Suzanne. Let me know if you'd like a card pull. So yeah, it made me laugh really hard, you know. But yeah, I definitely noticed too, like if I tidy up my space, like if I tidy up my bed and like what's on the floor, I find myself to just be more centered too, you know. So definitely simplifying really, really helps, especially when we feel very scattered and very like all over the place. So I think that was a good card, Brandy. I'll come back to you with another one if we have time from the other deck. So Francine, you said that you were interested in a card pull, is that right? I believe so. Let me look here. I can't quite find it, but I'm pretty sure you said yes. Yes, I see a yes, please. And Francine, okay, awesome. Yeah, and Francine, if you're, you know, I've been doing these lives more frequently, but if you're interested, I know Brandy and Suzanne have either received or are in the process of receiving. I'm newly approved on this healer website, and you actually can get a free 60-minute session with me. It's a really, really cool deal. It's totally free for you. There's a promo code that you enter, and it's through video chat. So you do need to have a laptop with a webcam. Most laptops have a webcam built in, or you need to have an Android phone. It unfortunately doesn't work with like Apple products too well right now. So if that interests you, let me know. You can message me. My email, I'll type it here in the chat so you have it. This is my email, and what I will do if you're interested is I have a document that I've prepared with all of the setup details of how to set up an appointment, and I can just email that to you, and you can kind of take a look at it and you can explore that. Good. I'm so glad that helped, Brandy. So yeah, if you're interested in that, let me know, Francine. I'd be happy to help you get information with that. It is a limited time promotion. They could end it at any time, so I would recommend setting up an appointment sooner. Not you can set up your appointment like next week. It's just the actual setting of the appointment that's important. Thank you for that love, Brandy. Yeah, Brandy and I just had a session together yesterday. It was really, really awesome. She came prepared. Yeah, definitely, Francine. Let me know. It also really helps, Suzanne. I know you're on too, if you're still on. It definitely helps if you actually think about maybe some questions you want to ask ahead of time. Brandy did that, and she was super prepared, and it went so well. You know, it definitely can go well either way, but when people come prepared with what they would like to receive, it's like we supercharge that time even more, you know. Okay, so let's see. So Francine, I will just pull for you generally what you need to know right now. So I'm going to do Fairy Tarot for you. So let's see. So what does Francine need to know right now? Ooh. Okay, so you got two that popped out simultaneously. I hope you're still there. I see it's just down to one. So I'm not sure if you're still there. Oh, okay. It's good to see that you're still there. Okay, so you have number 4, the Emperor. This card is about bringing more structure into your life. So it says, use logic and structure to increase your success. Get organized, a firm but compassionate leader. You know, this card is also can be associated with like the divine masculine energy, Archangel Michael. Yay, thank you so much, Brandy. I received that. It was such a pleasure helping you. I had so much fun. Yeah, so Francine, this card, this is also number 4. So this is like very much to call on your angels, you know, and you have here a firm but compassionate leader. So I definitely feel like it's a synchronicity that, absolutely, Francis, I'd love to pull one for you. Yeah, so Francine, I feel like it's a synchronicity that you made it on the live, and it's sort of like, I wonder if you're needing a little bit of like mentoring or a little bit of structure right now, and it's perfect that you got on the live to learn about this Healing Clouds promotion where you can receive this like free mentoring from me. It's valued at $111. It's free for anybody to partake in that. So you know, I feel like right now you need to understand like what are the systems, what are the structures that I need to put into effect to kind of get myself more in order, to get myself more situated. The other card you have is 5 of Winter. I love when it's a resounding yes. The other card you have is 5 of Winter. Walk away from dishonest associations, realizing that what you thought you wanted isn't the best choice for your happiness, something that's not worth the effort. And on this card, you could see that there's a fairy, a grown-up fairy man. My selfie light is shaped like a heart, so I couldn't decide which one to get, but I got the heart one. I'm so glad I did because it shows up like a heart on the cards. So you could see him here. I think it's going to be backwards for you, but basically there's a lot of crown chakra energy too in this, which could be also that it's like you feel disconnected from source, like you want to be receiving like these downloads and these epiphanies about what to do about a situation, but it's like you feel blocked, you know. But you could see here that it's like he's got this one snowball in his hand and he's tossing that one up, but if you look, there's a whole stack of other snowballs all over here, right? But then in the background there's like a set of people that are walking away. So it's kind of like, you know, the energy of this, you can interpret it 2 ways. So one is that it could be like you're preoccupied with one thing, even though there's a lot of other things that you could be looking at, right? Number 1. Number 2 is that this energy could also be about like, you know, this could also be that you feel very, like you feel like a cord, you know, like you feel a cord of attachment to like someone or something, and you're like stuck in that, and you're just like, oh, I need to have clarity with this. I need to have answers with this. Like I need to pursue this, right? And it's sort of like the people are already walking away, you know? So it's like, is it really serving you to feel like you have to have this like vendetta against that person, people, or those things? Like maybe you have other snowballs, like other snowmen to build with that energy and that time, you know? Oh, good. Well, yeah, and definitely Queen. So I hope I'm saying your name right. If that's resonating for you, then absolutely it's also for you, right? So when I start the live, I set up a sacred container with a selenite wand, and I call upon all people that make it onto the live as well as in the replay to hear what they need to hear from their guardian angels. So definitely if this is resonating for you, it's also for you, you know. Good, good. Yeah, so just want to scroll up here. So Francine, so those were 2 awesome cards that you got, giving you kind of a clear direction. It's like, let's bring some structure, some order, some logic. This is also the masculine energy. So this is about assertiveness to an extent. This is also about not letting your emotions like overrule you, you know, and that's one of the reasons why I track the moon. So I post looking to where I will be moving, been hard to decide. Yeah, so if we do the Healing Cloud session together, I absolutely could pull more cards on this topic and we can go a lot deeper with it. And like I said, it's free right now. Like, oh, it's so amazing. So it's a really good deal. And, you know, I have my email there in the chat so you can let me know. But in general, I think right now, you know, the best advice I could give is maybe to kind of look at the move from maybe this more logical perspective, maybe preparing like pro and con lists, or, you know. Good, I'm so glad. Yeah, and this could also be like, is there someone or something you need to walk away from, you know, and maybe just kind of letting go. Because like you could see here that it's like, The energy of this is very much like projective, like, oh, I need to like throw this snowball at that person, right? But it's like, look at the stack of snowballs that's over here. So it's like, are there other things that maybe could be explored? You know, and each time I look at the cards, I could see something a little different. So there's like so many other interpretations of this card, but this is what's coming through right now. So this is like what's most relevant. So I hope that helps, Francine. And let's see here. Frances says she also would like a card pull. Good. Yeah, definitely. Let's see here. So Frances, if you're still there, leave me a message in the chat so I know. How will I know what kind of work to do next in my new job? How do I even find it? Having a hard time getting started. Okay. So I will ask about, you know, what do you need to know right now about your next right action as it relates to work? So, okay, great. Sometimes the numbers, it's interesting because I don't know if like I can see how many people are on, but I don't know how accurate it is because sometimes it shows low, but then the people are still there. So I'm still learning myself. So what does Francine need to know right now as it relates to work and finding her perfect work? Okay, so you got synchronicity. So this is about right time, right place, like getting that like, whoa, I'm getting this message again kind of thing, you know. Thank you so much, Brandy. Oh, thank you. I received that. Yeah, and for those that are new on, you know, I'll sound like a broken record. Hi, Monica. But right now I'm newly approved on this healer website, and you can actually get a free 60-minute session with me through video chat where I'll pull cards and I'll do coaching for you. I basically bring in all different modalities. Like I am also an astrologer. I will not be doing astrology officially on this site, but you'll just get like a taste of my energy, and you know, you'll definitely receive a lot of insights, you know, in that 60-minute time. It's totally free. There is a specific promo code and a way you have to follow to set up that appointment. So if you're interested in that, you can message me on Facebook or email me. My email is julieannfaye@gmail.com. And yes, I will definitely pull a card for you, Queen. I would be happy to. Let me know in the chat if you would like just what you would like to know or something specific. So if you're interested in that, for any newbies that are on, please email me is a good way, and I will send you the document back. And right now I'm doing just kind of like a little dip in the energy. With 60 minutes, I can go so much deeper. And, you know, that's valued at $111, so you'll receive it for free. It's like a limited time promotion going on right now, so it's super good deal. Okay, that's good to know, Francis, because it says I only have 3, so it's interesting. But yeah, so Francis, getting back to your pull. So this is like right time, right place, right? So you could see the 2 dolphins, they're crisscrossing each other. So it's like finding the right match at the right time. And it says, your prayers and questions are being answered by synchronistic events. Notice them in order to increase their flow. So it's sort of like what we pay attention to picks up more momentum, right, vibrationally. And, you know, there's also crystals on this card. So if crystals have significance to you, you can work with crystals right now to help you out. In addition, dolphins, the spirit animal of dolphins represents playfulness. So this is also a message about understanding what feels good to you, what feels like play, you know, and when you feel stuck, you know, I have this expression, like when it stops feeling good, like break away. So when you get really stuck on it and like you don't know what's your next right action, it seems counterintuitive, but actually the best thing you could do is actually stop what you're doing with obsessing about it and walk away from it and focus on something that feels good and then kind of get back into the energy, right? So I would be curious, Francis, like what do you notice that maybe has been coming through? Like start, now that you're alerted to it, because this is the synchronicity card saying pay attention, right? What are kind of repeat messages that are coming through? And Francis, it would be great to do an hour session for you to kind of dive deeper on that topic and give you more support. Let me pull another card for you from Fairy Tarot. So what does Francis need to know about her next right action as it relates to work and career? Okay, so you got 8 of Summer, So this is about abundance. This is like summer is the season when we want a lot of activity. And it says the desire for more meaningful life, realizing that it's time to move on, choosing to make major life changes. So you could see here that she's basically got like a bag packed and she's there in this forest and there's like this new path. But right now she's sort of like, okay, yes, I'm ready for these changes, but she hasn't started on the path yet. I can really relate to this too from my Muggle world work. So, you know, the message here is that it's okay for you to be not quite on the path yet. It's okay for you to have bags packed and know that this is what you want, right? So now it's just you getting more specific with the universe about what you want and paying attention to what comes through. So what makes you feel good? What makes you feel at play? You know, maybe doing some journaling and some dialoguing with yourself about what feels good to me and kind of opening yourself up to kind of start to go on that path. So I hope that was helpful, Francis. These are two good cards. And like I said, if you sign up for a session, I can go a lot deeper. So Queen, my love life, and my next move in life. So that's two kind of questions there. Let's pick just one, just for the sake of simplicity. And sometimes the cards have been a kind of a clever way of answering about both topics anyway. Good, I'm so glad, Francis. So, Queen, let me know. We'll just pick one, and then, you know, like I've been sharing, like I've been sharing about, you know, with this Healing Clouds promo, it's a great opportunity. You get 60 minutes, a full hour with me where I can dive deep, and it's currently a free promotion, so it's actually totally free for anybody. It's like through this website, this new healer website I'm on, but you need to email me to find out. You do need to have a laptop with a webcam or an Android phone in order to get it to work, because it's through video chat. There's kind of like a whole way to set up that appointment. So I have a Google Doc prepared with all that info. So for Queen, let's see. So what does Queen need to know right now as it relates to love life? Okay, so I'm not getting from mermaids. Let's switch to fairy tarot. I'm also feeling like really, really warm, which my primary clair is clairsentience, which is, you know, an empath and feeling. So generally when there's a strong sense of warmth, it's the presence of Archangel Michael. So that might be something that you need to hear, Queen, is to call on Archangel Michael more. So what does Queen need to know right now as it relates to love life? We got 1, 2. Okay. All right, so, aw, you're so welcome, Francis. So this is an amazing card, Queen. So this might be also about kind of life things. So this is like one of the best cards in the deck. It's Ace of Autumn, a windfall of money, advice, or assistance from others, a very successful project, a happy change in your career. So you could see here that it's sort of like that inner child spirit is like, yes, and she's holding this gold coin. There's a candle lit. So this is like creative energy, fire energy, right? There's a lot of books around too. So it's like you've been studying on this topic for a while, but now you're starting to reap the rewards from it. Now, because this is Ace of Autumn, this could mean that this type of abundance will really blossom by the fall. Or if this is something that you feel like is present now, it could also be present now. So I wonder if your love life is kind of very much related to your career and your finances right now. Sometimes that happens when we're working on our finances. Our love life maybe doesn't have as much momentum or as speed because money, you know, money is associated with the planet Venus. So it's also related to value and love. So actually when we are in a state where our finances are kind of shaky, okay, so when we're in a state where our finances are kind of shaky, you know, we definitely can find that we don't have as much clarity or solidity in our love life because money is just one of many systems of value, right? The other card you have is Queen of Winter. So this says strong, patient, self-sufficient, funny. Let go of people or things that no longer serve you. Now is the time to focus on your career, unmarried or divorced individuals. So, you know, this card is very much like it is perfectly okay for you to be an empowered, kick butt single woman right now. You know, I can totally relate to this too. And you could see her, she's basically on like her chariot, right? And there's just such beautiful colors on here. Like there's beautiful, like this blue, purple, and you know, she's, this is like the energy of winter, right? So this is basically saying, and in fact, I think I pulled this card from another deck this week as well. Let me grab that card real quick. Yeah, I did. Queen of Winter from Animal Tarot. So that is a similar energy. So the energy about this is very much like, let yourself be like the, and literally your first name is Queen, so it's like so perfect, you know? So it's like, let yourself be the queen that you are. Like, let yourself be just so royal and indulgent in like your sovereignty and like your ability to be this like strong woman, and really just getting ownership of like your relationship with yourself, your self-love, like feeling so good about yourself, right? Getting your financial systems, getting your career system into this really abundant place. I feel like that is, but that's good. You're getting confirmation that like you're on the right path by focusing on career, right? So, and you know, it's, when we're manifesting big things in our life, it is overwhelming to manifest more than one major life area at a time. So it's important that we do kind of, you know, the card that we started this session with for Brandy was simplify, right? So I definitely feel like right now we have to simplify and trust that like if career and finances and the monetary aspect is what's coming through right now, then that's what you're supposed to be focusing on, and trust that out of that more good will come. So those are two, and I mean, this is like one of the best cards ever. So, you know, this is very much like good is coming. And like I said, if this is resonating with more than one person, you know, on the live or the replay, it's definitely a message for you too. So, good. I'm so glad, Francine. So, I just put this in the wrong pile. So in general too, I'll just speak kind of briefly about, you know, if we have anybody else on that I didn't pull a card for, let me know. So just general updates. So one would definitely be the healing clouds thing. I would strongly recommend. Good. I'm so glad, Queen. And feel free to reach out. My email is juliannefay@gmail.com. I'll put that in the chat one more time for you guys. And I would strongly encourage getting this really special promo session going on right now. It's totally free, so it's a great way to receive, let yourself receive. And you see here. And there are a couple like techie requirements, but you can, I have availability pretty much after Monday. I'm helping somebody later tonight, I'm helping somebody tomorrow, I'm helping several people on Monday, but after Monday my schedule is so much more open, so you could even get a session as soon as next week. It's just a really great opportunity. So that's number one, is the healing clouds thing. The other thing, number two, is that I do bi-monthly, although in this case this month it'll be thrice monthly, moon reports. These are written email reports where I do a card pull about the new or full moon. I give a channeled audio message, and I usually include some type of like fairy poetry. The whole thing is fairy themed, and it's kind of like a fairy newsletter, but these are customized. Each one kind of comes from like my heart, my mind, and they only go out a couple times a month. So if you're interested in that, let me know. If you email me about the healing clouds thing, you can just say, yes, I want to be on your moon reports, and I'll include you on the next one, which will be coming out on March 17th. So that's another nugget. The other thing too, I just want to talk about generally the astrology right now, right? So I also do astrology. And right now this weekend, the moon is in Capricorn. So I usually post the updates of the moon. The moon changes signs every 2 to 3 days. And I post that typically on my Instagram, and then I share it to Facebook. So definitely like my page on Facebook if you're on Facebook, or you can follow me on Instagram. It's @JulianneFay. Usually posting the updates of the moon. And it's really important to track the moon, because a lot of us know to kind of honor the sun, right? But we also have to honor the moon, because the cycles of the moon affect us, especially as women. We're very affected by the moon, but everybody's affected by the moon, period. So, you know, yay, I'm so glad, Brandy. Yeah, so, you know, right now the moon is in Capricorn. So it's a time where it's a little bit more serious, you know, so you might find that like the energy this weekend, it's like, well, where did all the fun go? And that's because Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. So Capricorn energy is about good. That's good. Yeah, so definitely tracking the moon would be really helpful to you. Yeah, so, you know, Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. So this is a more austere energy. This is about more work energy, focus energy, structure energy. So this weekend is actually a good weekend to really do things related to that. It's a good weekend to do work on things that need work that maybe have been neglected. Like, for example, with me, I need to do website work. And thank you so much, Brandy. I so received that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, so, you know, this energy this weekend is about focusing on, hey, Dana, I'm talking about moon updates. I'm talking about this healing website I'm on, which has a free promotion, and I'm pulling cards. So if you're interested in a card pull, leave a note in the chat and let me know. But yeah, so the moon's in Capricorn this weekend. So this is about work energy. This is about focusing on things that maybe have been neglected and kind of working on them. If you find that you're getting too overwhelmed with this work energy, you can balance it by the opposite of Capricorn is Cancer. So when you find yourself being like too frustrated or restricted or stuck, go into the opposite energy, which would be Cancer. So this is like radical self-care. But I have to be honest that right now with the moon in Cap, you're really going to feel this like pull to like work on specific projects. It's kind of like not going to go away. In addition, astrologically this weekend, you know, Mercury is in Aries right now. Venus is also in Aries. Mercury is actually in square, which is a 90-degree or a harsh aspect. But all challenging aspects in astrology can be worked on. You just have to know what it means and what the signs are, which is why it's good to work with an astrologer like me. But basically, there's a square going on. So the energy of that is very much like Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, right? So it's very willful. It's like, I want this and I want it now. You know, like we need Aries people to start things and get things done, right? I love Aries. So Aries is this very like, okay, I want to do what I want to do, right? Saturn is like, okay, you can do that, but I need you to maybe make some changes first. So there might be this like push-pull between that, kind of like the wise teacher versus like the willful child. And sometimes this weekend you might find yourself, and this will continue a bit definitely into next week because Venus will start to square this in this way too. You might find yourself sometimes being like the teacher, and then other times you might feel like you're like the stubborn child. So this dynamic will be going on right now. So just be mindful of that. If you are wanting to start a project and you're encountering setbacks and obstacles, like this is part of that Saturn energy. It's trying to teach you to be more methodical, or maybe like revise your approach to the way you're working on it. And there's nothing wrong with that, right? Yes, I'd love to pull a card for you. And then I'm probably, well, I guess I'm doing okay on time. But I'm probably going to go shortly after this because I don't know how long I've been on. But I'm getting a little... You're the stubborn child today. Yeah, so also knowing your astrology is so powerful. Like, I know my chart really, really well, and part of the reason why I track the moon is because I use the moon as a personal development tool with myself. So I know when the moon is in certain signs, how that will trigger me and the impulses I might have when the moon is in that sign. And, you know, as far as astrology goes, I have lots of different types of ways I can help people with astrology, all the way from like, I do customized moon reports, so a monthly audio recording where you can actually receive the new and full moon customized guidance based on your chart for that month, all the way up to like a full going over your natal chart with current transits and everything in between. I have all different types of offerings with astrology. So if you're interested in some astrology support, feel free to reach out, let me know. I'm happy to discuss all of that. So let's see here. So Dana, so what does Dana need to know right now? I think Dana needs mermaids. Let's go back over here. What does Dana need to know right now? Ah, this is a good one. Ready, set, go. So, you know, this has literally the mermaid. She's kind of riding, she's like riding this wave on this killer whale, right? mermaids. And it says, now is the perfect moment to dive in and embrace your heart's desire. So I'm wondering, Dana, what's something that you know in your heart that you want to be working on or doing that maybe you're not doing yet, you know? Because the mermaids are saying, like, okay, you know that you feel strongly about doing this, so what's holding you back? Like, this is like the nudging from the mermaids, like, okay, it's time, like, you can do this. And if you need extra help, the nudging angel is actually Archangel. Okay, yeah, the nudging angel that's really helpful is Archangel Gabriel. So call in Archangel Gabriel to help you, especially as it relates to art. So that's Archangel Gabriel teaches us about expressing ourselves, communication. She's also a great archangel to call in as it relates to children. What is the name of the angel I need to call on more? Archangel Michael. Let me type that for you. Yep. Yeah, so let me know if that's helpful for you, Dana. But yeah, calling on Archangel Gabriel, she also helps with children, which is really great. And I sound like a broken record. Feel free to go back and listen to this from the beginning. But Dana, I'm newly approved on this healer website, and you currently can actually get a free 60-minute session with me on the site. Super, super cool, awesome abundance. It's like a limited time thing. There are a couple techie requirements, and you need to have a laptop with a webcam or an Android phone. And there's kind of like a special procedure to sign up with an appointment. So if you're interested in that, email me, julieannfaye@gmail.com, and I can send you a Google Doc with all the details. It's through video chat, so that's why you need to have some of those requirements. Yes, and just think, like, the procrastinating, it's sort of like the abundance that can be received through getting started with that. Think of the ways in which that abundance can permeate out to those that would receive it, you know, and let that be part of your motivation of, like, why you want to get on that too, you know. You also could check out EFT tapping for procrastination. Search on YouTube. I'm a huge fan of tapping, or emotional freedom technique, where you tap on the acupressure points. That's been super helpful in my life. So, but like I said, with these sessions, the 60-minute sessions, there's so much more. I could go so much deeper, you know, with the card pulls, and then I channel and I do coaching, and lots of advice comes through, so it's a really good deal. So I think I'm going to wrap up here. I don't know how long I've been on, but maybe a little while. Good, good. There you go. Yeah, so this is like, you can do this. Totally. Definitely. So with that, I'm just gonna close this circle, and I'm just gonna thank all the guardian angels and guides that were present during this live. And yeah, definitely. And let me know, Dana, if you're interested in the session. It's a really good deal. So you can email me or just reach out. So I just want to thank all the guardian angels and the guides that were present during this time and in this space, for those that were receiving live as well as in the replay. And I'm wishing everyone a happy weekend. Enjoy this Moon and Capricorn energy to get stuff done. And please, please reach out if you're interested in the Healing Clouds thing. It's a super amazing deal. And like I said, it's limited time promotion. So hop on it if you're interested. Bye, everyone. Much love. Thank you, too. Thank you for coming on.